One of the things that I find remarkable is just how much the Aussie bush picks up and looks great after a rain event. Today I'm going to take you on a walk to a waterfall and we're going to see some of the early wattles blooming in the New England area. Good morning! We're at the Torrington State Conservation Area and today I'm going to do a little bit of pack training walk. We're going to explore the bush, see a few of the early wattles coming out, and we'll see how far we get. One walking stick today, one camera. I've got about 10 kilos in my backpack. Had a bit of time off. I got sick earlier in the year and since then I haven't been doing anywhere near as much as I should have. So first one back, we're going to ease into it. I've got a 3-kilometre walk now and then I'm going to build on that by wandering a bit further up this trail. Now the first part of this walk is pretty easy. It's actually all downhill, which of course means that the back end of it is all uphill. But anyway, that's all right. That's a good way to build some fitness. So the walk is largely on an old fire trail and some beautiful birds in the background. This place is loading up. It's the end of July and everything is getting completely loaded up with buds, ready to go. There's a couple of early wattles out. I'll get a few of them along the way, but it's an absolute cracker of a time of year to be out walking. It's not too hot. It's about 6 degrees when I first arrived. Won't have changed too much yet. I've only been here 2 minutes, but we're meant to get a top of about 10 today. Potentially some more rain coming in later. So we'll see how we go. Funny little creek crossing and I'm already starting to turn my ankle on stupid rocks. So the walk to this waterfall is best after rain. These hilly areas with granite soils, and you can see some of the granite outcrops just here. These have all got pretty good drainage, so the water doesn't stick for very long. And this is very representative of the type of country that we're walking through. Pretty good water. Here's a beautiful little stand of early wattles just shining in the morning sun. Now we're only at the end of July, so there's still plenty of time left. Have a look at that beautiful, the colour of the tree against the rock. It's gorgeous. Just little moments like that can really make these walks. You get to see the countryside come back to life. It's waking up after winter. And this is just the beginnings of it. Now as I was saying, it's the end of July. There's really another month of winter left yet. And I reckon we'll see a fair bit more yet, but already things are changing. Things are starting to break out, and little clumps and clusters. There's not big things like this here. Just starting to wake up and just starting to give us a glimpse of the absolute majesty that will be here in another month or two. Have a look at this. Really glad I came today. What a beauty. Now we can see the creek's up a bit, but thankfully that's not our path through. We do have to cross the creek at some point though, and that's going to make it a little bit challenging. So I brought my old boots with me today because these boots have got a very nice grip on them, and they're the best boots that I own in terms of handling wet and slippery rocks. The other gear that I'm wearing today, you might notice some new clothes here. I've got some MacPack hiking gear on today, so brand new clothes I've only just got. So this long sleeve t-shirt and some shorts. Quite enjoying the walk in these so far, and they're comfortable, they're light, and they're supposed to be able to breathe really well. And even though it's nice and cool today, I'm still getting a bit hot and sweating, so they should help me out a lot with that.
Ugly Corner, not named for the landscape, but for a tin mining site that once marked this bend in the bush. The irony is striking, because today it's a place of quiet beauty where granite meets water and the wildflowers bloom in the cracks. What an absolute cracker this is, and to see it in full force after 20 mils of rain, it's a force to be reckoned with, I'll tell you. Definitely a place you want to spend a bit of time and really enjoy and take in everything that nature has to offer in this amazing spot.
That was Ugly Corner Falls. I don't know why it's called Ugly Corner. There's nothing ugly about it to me. That water's pretty cold. But anyway, if it was too much deeper, I wouldn't have wanted to cross it. It's a bit slippery down there on those rocks. Anyway, that's the waterfall. Now I've got to go all the way back up the hill. So we're pretty much done with the waterfall walk, Ugly Corner Falls walk. Now the weather is starting to look a bit grey and gloomy, so we could well see some storms blow in, or some rain of some sort. However, that won't stop me. I'm perfectly happy. I've got a bit of gear to try out if the rain does catch us here. Anyway, Ugly Corner Falls, well worth it. I know, I've just had a little break. I'm about to set off again, and the first few spits of rain have just started falling down on me. So today, my rain gear is just going to be a cheap poncho, and for the pack, we've got the rain cover out, Rain cover's out and we'll see how it goes. People build these little shrines in places, little cans. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's for, but considering its placement right in front of a flowering wattle tree, I'm going to assume it's an offering to the wattle gods. It's always beautiful to come to these places when there's a bit of rain around. There's so much to see. At the moment I'm just walking along a track up towards the campgrounds. We're going to walk up there. If I'm feeling energetic enough, I'll walk all the way up to a fire trail. We'll do a bit of a walk up there and then we'll come back. There's a couple of creeks I've got to cross. Okay, we've come right to the end of the road. This here is the third campground along the road. The furthest one away. We've still got good facilities. We've got a toilet, a beautiful fungus. There's a water tank. The water isn't treated, you'll need to boil it or purify it some way if you want it, but it's great to have clean water. And there's 3 campsites. Numbers 8, number 9, and number 10 away by itself. So this is the only campground I haven't actually camped at here as of yet, but often as not, these campgrounds are very quiet. You can come here outside of school holidays or other busy periods, and as often as not, you can get a campground to yourself. We've been here more than one time, particularly in winter, where we were the only people camping here in the whole park. Now it's been a bit of a typical New England day. It is currently about 12:20, something like that. I started walking about 9 o'clock. I've just stopped here and had myself a little break at number 10 campsite. It was good, had a nice sandwich, cup of coffee, just what I like. I'm going to start the walk back now, and unless I see something exciting, we probably won't film too much more of it, but I'll give a brief update at the end, just to let you know how far I walked, how long it took me, and how I went with my first day of pack walking back after a couple of months of not doing it. Just like that, we're back at the car. It's been a good walk, really good walk. Tell you what, really glad I came out today. Really glad. I got to see the beginnings of the wattle season. I got to see the waterfall. Got to see the countryside with plenty of nice water in it today. The wettest I've ever seen it. What a beauty. So, how did we fare? All in all, I walked around about 9 kilometres today, and it took me just over 3 hours to walk it. The first 3 kilometres had a fairly significant ascent and descent, and the last 6 kilometres were pretty gentle, just with a few up and down hill sections. So all in all, I felt pretty good through the walk, and I only really got hot coming up the hill on that first 3 kilometre section. So the New England pulled out its usual trick, and we got a little bit of everything today in the weather. I really needed to use all my layers, but I was fine. What about the other new stuff that I used today? Now I had my new shirt and my new shorts, and they went pretty well. I'm quite happy with these. Very comfortable, very light, and they dealt with the different weather conditions quite well. And I'm quite happy with that. Also use my new fleece periodically, and that's also working really well. So I'm quite happy with it. So the backpack had 10 kilos in it, and it did not feel heavy to me at all. I was quite comfortable with that, and I could easily carry that backpack for a lot further than I did today. So all in all, I'm really happy with that. and I feel like the walk went really well from that point of view. I hope it was interesting for you. I hope you got to see some interesting things along the way, and I hope you enjoyed the waterfalls, the wattles, and just the little bits and pieces I found as I went. Anyway, that's it for today. I really appreciate your company as always. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a like. That really does make my day. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.